Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at a woman and felt like her body was speaking an entirely different language than her words? Maybe her eyes lingered a little too long. Maybe her laugh had a pulse to it. Or maybe she leaned closer without even realizing it. And for a moment, your heart told you something your mind couldn't explain. But here's the question. Was it real attraction or just illusion? Because most men never learn this language. They mistake friendliness for interest, comfort for chemistry, and eye contact for intimacy. And that's where everything begins to fall apart. You see, body language is a silent conversation that happens long before a word is spoken. And when it shifts from liking to lust, it carries signals so subtle, most men miss them completely. But today, I'm going to pull back that curtain for you. Because once you understand what her body is really saying, you'll never have to wonder again. You'll know. Before we go deeper, take a second, hit that subscribe button, and give this video a like. It helps this message reach more men who are tired of confusion, rejection, and mixed signals. Now, let's be honest. Attraction doesn't happen all at once. It evolves. It's a psychological and physiological dance between safety and desire. The first stage, her body opens up literally. She'll face you directly instead of angling away. Her arms may relax. Her feet might point toward you. Tiny signs that she feels comfortable in your presence. Comfort is the foundation of all attraction. Without it, nothing can grow. Then comes the spark, the micro movements. Her pupils dilate, her blink rate changes, her breath subtly deepens, the brain releases dopamine, and suddenly her body wants to move closer. Her hands may play with jewelry or touch her neck, unconsciously drawing your attention to her most sensitive areas. And if she's mirroring you, matching your posture, your tone, your gestures, that's her subconscious saying, "I'm syncing with you." It's not random. It's primal. Because when two bodies mirror each other, it signals trust and attraction deep in the limbic system. The truth is, every movement she makes, every flick of the hair, every tilt of the head, is either a whisper of comfort or a call of desire. You just need to know how to listen. Here's where things begin to change. The moment when liking quietly starts to cross the line into something deeper, something charged. You'll notice it not through what she says, but what her body can't hide. When a woman feels true attraction, her instincts take over and her gestures start breaking the invisible rules of personal space. She might lean in when you speak, brush her hair to expose her neck, or unconsciously angle her hips toward you. These aren't accidents, they're subconscious invitations. Her body is starting to speak in a different dialect now, one that's less about safety and more about curiosity, excitement, and desire. But remember, this shift is delicate. It's not about lust exploding out of nowhere, it's a buildup. The human body reacts before the mind admits it. Her breathing slows down but becomes deeper. She may hold eye contact longer, allowing small moments of silence to stretch without discomfort. In those pauses, something powerful happens. She's feeling something she can't yet name. That's the beginning of magnetic tension. What most men miss is how quickly this stage can fade if they misread it. Push too hard and the chemistry collapses. Move too slow and it turns into friendship. It's a balance between presence and patience. The best men don't chase these moments. They create them by staying grounded, confident, and fully engaged. Now here's a truth that surprises many men. When a woman is drawn to you, her body language becomes inconsistent. She'll open up one second and close off the next. She'll flirt, then pull back. That's not rejection. It's her mind trying to catch up with her body. It's a protective instinct, a test of emotional safety. She's wondering, can I trust this feeling? Can I trust him? And this is where your energy matters more than anything else. If you stay composed, relaxed eyes, open posture, calm voice, you allow her to feel that safety again. That's when attraction deepens into connection. Because what she really wants to know isn't just if you want her, but if you can handle her. The shift from liking to lust isn't about seduction. It's about comfort meeting curiosity. And when those two emotions collide, everything about her body will tell you without a single word that she's no longer just interested. She's intrigued. Now we enter the stage most men dream about, but few ever truly recognize when it's happening. This is where her attraction turns electric. The body stops hiding desire and starts expressing it. You'll see it in her proximity. She starts finding reasons to be closer, standing next to you when she could have stood across the room, brushing by your arm when there's plenty of space. Her laugh becomes softer, breathier, more intimate. Her gaze starts to linger just a little too long on your lips when you speak. These are not coincidences. They are instinctual signals of growing desire cloaked in subtlety. But let's be clear, this isn't about manipulation or reading women like a manual. This is about awareness. When you can sense these signals, you learn respect. Because the line between curiosity and consent is sacred. A man who understands the difference between playful chemistry and emotional readiness earns trust, something far more powerful than physical attraction. At this stage, her touch changes. It's no longer accidental. It's exploratory. A light tap on your shoulder becomes a slow drag of her fingertips, a lingering connection that sends her own pulse racing. When a woman is drawn to you on this level, her body betrays her words. She might act casual, but her tone softens. Her voice lowers in pitch. Her lips stay slightly parted when she listens to you. These are primal signs that her body is awakening to the possibility of intimacy. Her subconscious also starts marking territory in subtle ways, adjusting her clothes when you're around, touching her lips before speaking, even stealing glances when she thinks you're not looking. That's her desire negotiating with her self-control. She wants to be seen but not exposed, desired but not disrespected. And if you meet her with calm confidence, you'll see that desire deepen into something magnetic. But here's where most men ruin everything. They break the moment with overeagerness. They misread the cues and rush in too soon. The truth is, attraction isn't a fire to be forced. It's a flame to be fed. When you hold your ground, make eye contact without leaning in, let silence breathe, she feels it. Her imagination starts to do the work for you. Because nothing pulls a woman in like a man who can stay still when everything inside her wants to move closer. When attraction reaches its fourth stage, the energy between you two becomes almost tangible. It's no longer just glances or small gestures. It's rhythm. A psychological sync that makes your presence impossible to ignore. This is when her body starts to echo your tempo, mirroring the rhythm of your breath, your speech, even your stillness. It's called physiological entrainment, the body's way of aligning with someone it deeply desires. And when it happens, it feels like gravity itself is pulling you closer. In this stage, her behavior becomes paradoxical. She might tease you one moment and avoid your gaze the next. She's torn between surrender and control. It's her subconscious trying to protect her emotions while her instincts crave connection. Every small touch, every pause, every subtle smile is her way of navigating that tension. If you're perceptive, you'll see that her body is speaking louder than her words ever could. But here's something powerful. The way you handle this moment defines the entire trajectory of attraction. If you become needy, if you try to seal the deal, she'll pull away because the mystery dies. But if you hold steady, if you stay emotionally composed, self-assured, and unpredictable, she'll lean in deeper. Why? Because restraint amplifies desire. It gives her mind room to imagine. And imagination, not action, is where lust is born. At this level, eye contact becomes its own language. Long, unbroken gazes where neither of you speaks. Her pupils may dilate again. You may both unconsciously mimic each other's expressions as if caught in an invisible current. That's not magic. It's chemistry at the level of the nervous system. The body recognizes emotional alignment as pleasure. And if you've maintained authenticity, no facade, no forced charm, she begins to feel safe in her own attraction, safe enough to express it, to stop censoring her movements, to let her body show you what she feels. Her shoulders relax, Her voice warms. Her laughter carries a different tone. It's not social anymore. It's sensual. Men who understand this stage know the secret. Real seduction isn't about pursuit. It's about stillness. When you become a space of calm energy, you allow her to explore her own desire without fear. She doesn't fall for your looks, your words, or even your confidence. She falls for the feeling she experiences around you. By the fifth stage, something profound happens. Her attraction stops being a reaction and starts becoming a decision. This is when her desire shifts from instinctual to intentional. She's no longer just feeling drawn to you. She's beginning to choose you. Her body language reflects that shift in ways most men overlook. Suddenly, her gestures become softer, but more purposeful. She holds eye contact, not out of curiosity, but connection. Her smile lingers because now she feels safe enough to express what's been building beneath the surface. She'll start showing you sides of herself she hides from most people. The way her eyes light up when she talks about something she loves, the vulnerable tone in her voice when she opens up about past pain, the way she listens, really listens, when you speak. This isn't small talk anymore. It's emotional intimacy wrapped inside physical chemistry. And here's the key. Emotional intimacy intensifies physical attraction more than anything else. When a woman starts touching her hair, neck, or collarbone while you're talking, but doesn't look away, she's not just nervous. She's inviting you into her emotional space. Her body is saying, I feel seen and I'm okay with it. That comfort combined with excitement is the psychological birthplace of lust that feels personal, not superficial, not transactional, real. But most men never make it this far because they try to skip the emotional part. They confuse connection with compliance. They forget that a woman's desire grows when she feels understood, not when she feels pressured. The truth is, she doesn't want perfection. She wants presence. She wants to feel that when she looks into your eyes, you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. You're there fully. At this stage, she might start mirroring your tone, adopting your phrases, even matching your pace of movement. That's her subconscious saying, I'm with you. Her laughter becomes more natural, her posture more open, her guard begins to drop completely. And when that happens, she starts to crave your energy. Not because of what you're doing, but because of how you make her feel inside her own body. This is the bridge between attraction and desire. The moment when her body, mind, and emotions align. When that alignment happens, it's not just chemistry anymore, it's connection. And that for a woman is the moment her liking becomes longing. Now we arrive at the final stage, the point where all those glances, subtle touches, and unspoken feelings converge into undeniable chemistry. This is the stage of surrender. Not in the physical sense, but emotional surrender. When a woman fully transitions from liking to lust, her entire presence shifts. Her energy becomes softer, yet more focused. Her eyes search for yours more often, not to test, but to connect. Her voice lowers instinctively. Her words slow down, and silence between you becomes its own kind of communication. You're no longer just two people talking. You're two nervous systems in rhythm, feeding off each other's energy. This is what psychologists call the consensual tension curve. It's where emotional safety meets physical attraction. Her body begins to communicate comfort through vulnerability, lingering glances, open posture, relaxed breathing. You'll see micro smiles after eye contact, longer pauses before goodbyes, a deeper sense of awareness when you're near. It's her unspoken way of saying, I feel something and I'm not fighting it anymore. But here's the truth that separates boys from men. Real masculine power isn't in taking advantage of that energy. It's in respecting it. You recognize that what's happening isn't just chemistry, it's trust. She's allowing you into a space that very few men ever reach. The intersection between her desire and her emotional safety. The men who know this never rush the moment. They understand that anticipation is more powerful than possession. When you remain grounded, when your tone stays calm and your focus stays present, you amplify her experience. You become the anchor in the storm of her emotions. And that's what makes her attraction last, because it's not about the thrill of the chase anymore. It's about the peace of being seen and desired without pressure. And when you understand this entire progression from liking to lust, you stop guessing, chasing, or doubting yourself. You learn to read energy instead of words. You become the kind of man who doesn't need validation because he moves with awareness. You no longer react. You recognize. Remember, attraction isn't about tricks or tactics. It's about emotional intelligence. Women feel the difference instantly. When your confidence comes from understanding, not control, she feels safe enough to desire you deeply. That's the essence of true magnetism. Connection first, chemistry second, and respect always. So, if this opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Because understanding her body language isn't just about desire, it's about decoding the unspoken truth of connection itself.